my name is Anna Hone. I'm an independent consultant with Jamboree Nails. I'm going to show you today a little bit about Jamboree Nails and how, if you are a nail tech, you can use them with shellac, gel, or acrylic nails. They are super awesome. They make nail art super easy, and the possibilities are literally just about endless. So bear with me for just a second. I'm going to get the camera set up and then we'll get started. Okay, so hopefully you guys can all kind of see what I've got here. I've got my gel curing lamp. I've got my Jamboree nails right here ready to roll. I've got my shellac top coat. You pretty much use all the same tools you would if you were applying shellac, and if you do gel or acrylics, you've got all of them anyways. The only thing that you might need in this process is a Jamboree heater. These are very inexpensive, a really cheap tool. I don't know if you can see that super good. Cheap tool to add. If you don't have it, they're $19, so no big deal. And we will be using that a little bit later. So just to show you first, I already did this hand, and I did a reverse tip with this hand. So if you look on my ring finger, on the rest of my fingers, I applied Jamboree's curve ball, which is this design right here. If you can see, I used just a few of the wraps here, and I also used this one on my daughter yesterday. My little daughter, she is 5, and put it on her. So these go a long way. Each sheet's supposed to do 2 manicures and 2 pedicures, and if you're only using them as accent nails or using them how I'm showing you today, then they will just last you forever. So they're very inexpensive as far as using them for nail art and being able to charge it as a service in your salon. So to get started, like I said, I did this one already. I did my normal application. I did a red shellac base underneath that, a top coat, and then I went ahead and added the Jamboree, and after I was all done, I put a sealing top coat of gel on. So I'll show you exactly how this works. Here's my other hand. I've already gone ahead and prepped it so that you don't have to sit and wait for me to do that, since we have curing time involved. So once you have finished doing just the base and the top coat, so you obviously start by prepping your nail, buffing it maybe a little bit, alcoholing it so that it's nice and dried out and all of the powder is removed off of it. Do your base coat, cure it. Do your top coat, cure it, and then wipe off the excess, like the sticky residue on top, with rubbing alcohol. So now we're ready to start our tip, okay? I'm going to take a file. I like these 4-way buffers. I'm going to take kind of a smoother grit, a little bit smoother than this, and I just basically want to take off the sheen anywhere where I'm going to be applying the Jamboree nail wrap. So on this nail, I just basically buffed the top half of it. So I'm going to show you how to do a tip with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just buff just the tip area really quick. Not so much that you're taking off the shellac you just put on, because you don't want to do that. We're just going to buff the tip. Okay, so I don't know if you can see in the light there how I just made the tip, you know, that matte. Now if you're using a color, don't worry, because yeah, it's going to change it to more of a flat base, but you're going to put a top coat on it anyways, and then it's going to change it back to that nice even look. Okay, so after you have buffed the tip, you're going to take your rubbing alcohol and you're going to clean it off again. This is very important with Jamboree too. If you're not using it over shellac and just on the bare nail, then you have to always clean with rubbing alcohol or vinegar or something to that sort. A lot of people wash their hands with dish soap, like Dawn dish soap, takes all the oils away. Okay, so once I've got that all cleaned off after I've buffed it, I'm going to take my Jamboree nail, and this was a sheet of the sparkle. All I did was just clip off this end piece right here. And then I'm going to show you how we use these. So I'm going to take my Jamboree mini heater right here. I'm going to turn it on. It's going to start blowing warm air for me, and I'm just going to set this wrap right in front of it. The back is an adhesive. These are actually made out of vinyl, so they will not chip on you at all. but they have to be heated because of the way they're made and because of the vinyl on the back. If you do, or the adhesive, if you do not heat them, you're not going to get the right results. So make sure you do. So I'm going to hold it in front of here. I'm going to warm it up. You can kind of see how it's starting to curl a little bit on me, which is just what you want. That's showing that it's getting nice and warm, ready to apply. It just really takes a few seconds, so turn that off for a second. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply it on my tip. You can do, you know, fun designs with these. Jamboree has over, I think they're up to about 500 designs right now, including all their college wraps that they have. So just a ton of options. I mean, like I said, you're kind of limitless. And then they have a nail art studio. So if you don't see a design you love, you can make your own and have them printed off. Okay, so I just applied that. I'm just going to reheat it up really quick to make sure it's on there nice and good. So I'm just using that blue sparkle on this one. On this nail, I actually used that little striped one, and I flipped it this way. If you were just going to use it on a normal nail and you weren't going to, you know, cut it up and make designs or reverse tips, or you could even use hole punchers and punch out like star designs or things like that, you would normally just fit the size of the nail on, and then this is automatically rounded for your cuticle. So like, that's what I did with the baseball ones, is you find what nail it goes with and you put it on. Pretty easy. Okay, so now once I've got this warmed up and put on, I'm going to take more of a gritty file, and you are literally going to file in a 90-degree motion downwards. This is so important, because if you get crazy, which, you know, we as nail techs, I am so guilty of it, like to go back and forth and, you know, really go at it with the file. But when you first start, you've got to just go downward motion, and it's going to keep the end of it very nice. It's not going to give you any weird hangs, you know, off of it or anything. Okay, so now you see I've got my tip, my little glitter tip on there. And it's ready for the next step. So once you've done this, you're going to have to get out your buffer again, and I'm going to buffer the top of this to get the shine off of the Jamboree nail, because once again, when you put this top coat of shellac on, you want a nice primed base. So there we go. Let's buff on the top of this guy. You don't need to be too gentle once you get to the buffer stage, because you're not going to hurt it after you get it on there. Okay, so you can see that it's buffed off there. I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol again, and I'm going to clean it off. Get it all prepped for the shellac. Okay. Now before we get going here, I'm going to show you this while my nails are curing. Okay. Alright, so once we've got that all buffed and alcoholed, let's get this top coat on, we'll get it curing, and then I'll show you a few things here. And after the video, if you have any input or questions or concerns, go ahead and post them underneath in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say and love to help you out. I'm going to kind of seal the tip a little bit with that too. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set it under our light to start curing. Okay. So like I was telling you before, Jamboree Nails has over 500 designs right now. If it's something you want to start using in your salon, there are some guidelines that Jamboree likes us to follow as far as being able to sell the product, and I can talk to you more about that if you're interested. But a kit comes with everything you need to start your business. You're going to actually get 4 of these large wraps when you start. You get to pick 3 of them, and then they kind of send you a mystery one that's retired, so you can't even buy it, which is kind of fun in the kit. These little sample cards, there's 2 different styles of cards, and each card has 5 different designs on it. You're going to get 50 of those, so that's awesome if you're a nail tech, because you're going to use those a lot, just, you know, for the tips and whatnot. In your kit, you get an application kit that has scissors in it, buffers, alcohol wipes, cuticle oil, those 50 tiny little sample cards for the big sheets, some files, orange wood sticks, your mini heater, and then you're going to have catalogs. Catalogs are crucial if you're in a salon, because this is going to be how you sell your product, is through the catalog. Like I said, I will talk to you more about that if you're interested. And then while we wait for that to finish, we'll go over here. In the back of the catalogs, it just shows a bunch of the different options that are available. And these same options are in larger format in the front of the catalog. Here's some of the solids that they have and the sparkles, like what I'm doing on my ring finger right now. Here's some of the animal prints. Just a bunch of different options. So something definitely worth looking into. They're all buy 3 get 1 free, so that makes them even more inexpensive. Okay, so looks like we're done here. Let's just wipe off the top of this with some alcohol again to get the residue off. And you are done. So like I said, the options are limitless. If you like florals, if you like stripes, if you like metallics even, they have that option for you. So there's my finished on that one and my finished on this one. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, I hope this video was helpful, and I will be talking to you hopefully soon.